Hey everyone. So we're going to do a little comparison today. Here we have the Steam Deck and we have Starfield on here. I am running it on Windows because I am using the Xbox Game Pass version of the game. So I do have Windows on the Steam Deck because I prefer it. It doesn't bother me at all. Some people want that console experience of their Steam Deck, not me. So I am totally okay because it gives me a lot more versatility having Windows on here. So let's just check the specs real fast. As you can see, everything is on low. We are set to 720p. Of course, we all know this game notoriously is flawed because of that. You can't change the resolution in game. You have to change it through the Windows settings in order to change it in the game. But we all know 800p, which is essentially the equivalent to 720p, just in a 16:10 form rather than 16:9 on this game. On the deck. This game, though, I believe does not recognize 800p, which is why we're at 720p. But anyway, we are still at 50% resolution scale, and I guess maybe because this game can't even hit 30 FPS sometimes, so I guess I don't mind the motion blur on here. But if I can hit 40 FPS or above, I always want to turn off motion blur. But we do have VSync enabled, and depth of field is off just because the depth of field might be a little taxing. And VSync, I just want to avoid screen tearing. Yeah. So let's just get started. We're going to load up New Atlantis. And we're going to be outside at first. Loading time's not too bad on the deck. I do have a 1TB SSD in here. I believe it's a Western Digital. I paid out the wazoo for it. Kind of feel ripped off now because you can get like 1TB SSDs that are the 2230 NVMe's, and you can get them for like under $100. I'm pretty sure I paid a little over $200 for this one. But here we are. We are outside. As you can see, I am not even getting 30 FPS. The resolution scaling has also kicked in. Everything is looking a lot blurrier, especially like that group of people right over there. They are looking very blurry. Let's see if I can get my phone to zoom on it. Yes, I'm using my phone to record, but yeah, it looks very blurry because whenever it goes under 30 FPS, the resolution scaling kicks in. So it's really lowered the resolution, the native resolution that it's rendering at, and then upscaling it. But it's doing the best it can, but we're still not even hitting 30 FPS. Playable? Yeah, when you're in New Atlantis and not in a gunfight, sure, it's playable. In gunfights, though, if there was a gunfight in a big city like this, you would maybe be a little annoyed with the low FPS. I mean, I could handle it at 30, that'd be fine, but anything like we're in the mid-20s right now, I would not prefer. If I had dips that were like maybe at 28, 29, but normally holding at 30, I'd be okay with that. But there's some sacrifices I know that you just have to make when you're on a handheld. But dipping into the mid-20s, that's where I really start to draw the line. Now, if we go indoors, we're going to fare a lot better. Here we are. This is where I'm actually at in the game. Some Terramorph takeover on New Atlantis. I'm inside though. As you can see, we're holding a solid 30 the whole way through. So if I go over here, yeah, we're still holding a solid 30. I could even... Let's just turn off VSync. And then Is there not a frame rate limiter on here? Okay, I guess. Oh, there's not. I had to limit this via oh, what's it called? The Riva tuner. That's right. Well, okay. So turning off VSync is not going to do a darn thing. So, okay. Well, we know we can hold a solid 30 indoors. I'm sure it'll punch above 30 indoors, and that's fine. I'm sure it'll even get maybe in the low 40s, but with that all said, let's just move on. Okay. I give you the ROG Ally. All right. Let's get the. There we go. Start up Starfield. It's probably going to get mad at me because, yep, it says, oh, you're playing it on a different device. Well, actually, I just quit, but here, force quit it. Let's just sync the last save I have on here. It should be fine. There we go. Works for me. Okay. Here we go. As you can see, I have it. No VSync. We are not locked to any frame rate on here, so let's just go back. Once again, we'll do the outdoors in the city of New Atlantis first. I think many people already know it's a pretty taxing area. Is it just me, or is it taking longer to load on here than the... I'll have to go back and watch the video to see if it took longer to load on here than the Steam Deck, but as you can see, we're hitting above 30. I mean, it's basically 30, right? But still, this is much better than, you know, mid-20s. I'm not gonna lie. I'd much rather be at 30 or above, and we dipped a little to 29 there. Not a huge deal breaker, though. I think if I look down here, it's pretty taxing as well. Huh, but we're still doing just fine. Yep. And I'm just gonna now quickly go load the indoor save that we were just at on the Steam Deck at the end of the Steam Deck's run. And just remember that I would love to do more games. If you guys like this stuff, I'll put up more videos of more different games. I won't go out and buy like $70 games brand new or anything, because I'm just a cheap-ass gamer, but as you can see, we're easily hitting in the 60s right now. And mind you, we're also at 1080p on here, not 720p like the Steam Deck. I'll go in here and show you the settings. We're at 1080p, still 50% resolution scale, render scale from using FSR2, but as you can see, everything else is the same except for VSync is off, and I believe depth of field is on. Yep, depth of field is on. It's a little blurry on there, sorry. I have the camera focused on the stats in the upper right corner, but nonetheless, you can see we're hitting over 60 indoors at 1080p essentially, with obviously it rendering at 540p, but still, it's just, this thing's just so much more powerful than the Steam Deck. But, yep, so feel free to leave comments. Let me know if you guys like this stuff. Like I said, I'll do more games. I'll probably still, even without reading any comments or waiting, I'll still do some more, like maybe a couple more games, a few more games. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this. Thanks for watching.